Congratulations! You've officially taken the first step to getting your life together, being productive, and finally putting the work in to achieving your dreams, because we're done, okay? We are so done with procrastination stopping us from being able to achieve our goals. And even though we all know that, it still doesn't stop us from procrastinating. But guess what? I'm no longer procrastinating, and nor are you, because I've got all of the tips and tricks on how to be productive and stop procrastinating once and for all. I have a full-time job. I'm working on my YouTube channel. I have 2 puppies. I have a boyfriend. There are so many things that I have to do every single week. And honestly, if I started to procrastinate, I would just fall so far behind on all of my tasks. I would start feeling overwhelmed. I would start feeling anxious, and it would make my procrastination even worse. How do I know this? Because I have been there. I have been the procrastinating queen for a majority of my life. When I was in high school, I was the girl writing her essay and doing her projects the night before. I was the girl studying for the exam right before the exam. To this day, my parents have no idea how I did so well in high school, how I did so well in university, because they never saw me studying. Probably because I was studying at 2 a.m. in the morning. But honeys, that time of my life is over. She is gone. She is dead. The procrastinating girl is out of the window, and the productivity queen is here to stay. I have cultivated this productivity formula, and it has taken me years to perfect it. This productivity routine is based off of your daily routine, because what a lot of people think is that in order to be productive, you need to work more. No! Being productive is all about your day-to-day habits that you don't even think about. There are 5 parts to this video. Your morning routine, how to be productive throughout the day, your meal times, the best productivity hacks and tricks, and lastly, how to create a work-life balance, which I actually believe to be the most important part of a productive life. By the way, guys, if you haven't subscribed yet, why? Let's be besties! So hit that subscribe button. So without further ado, let's be productive and get started with the video. Ladies and gentlemen, consider this the last day of your procrastinating life and the first day of your success story. The first step to productivity: having a good morning routine. How do you have a good morning routine? It all starts with waking up early. Your version of early may be very different to my version of early, but lately I have been waking up at 6:30, 7 a.m. every single day. You need to have a consistent wake up time every single morning and build the most perfect morning routine for you. My version of a perfect morning routine always starts by waking up at 6:30 a.m., taking half an hour to slowly wake up, and then rolling out of bed and heading straight into the bathroom, where I brush my teeth, splash my face with some water, and greeting my crazy looking self in the mirror. I used to hate the thought of waking up early. There was just something horrible about waking up before the sun is up. But now I love my mornings. You know why? Because I take it slowly. I make sure to wake up early enough that I do not need to rush. Never again do I plan on oversleeping through my alarm, rolling out of bed, grabbing a cup of coffee, rushing in the car to work, and feeling exhausted for the whole day. Nah, that is not happening. We are done with that. When you wake up early, you are waking up for your own enjoyment. And when you take your morning slowly, you are romanticizing the hell out of your life. There is nothing more romantic, more beautiful than waking up slowly and taking time to be with you. No one wants to get out of bed when the first thing you're thinking of is stress from work, stress from school, stress from university. The first thing that comes into your mind needs to be, wow, what a beautiful morning. I am so happy to be alive, to be awake, to be next to people that I love. The total opposite of what you're probably waking up to right now. If your workstation is the first thing that you look at in the morning, you are never gonna be productive if you're feeling uninspired in the morning. So instead of looking at all of these stressful things, I prioritize doing something that I love in the morning. So I literally jump out of bed with joy. But people don't do that. They try to stay in bed for as long as possible. They don't want to wake up. They want to stay underneath the covers. And that is literally where you start to ruin your day. One of my biggest tips and tricks is music. Put your favorite morning playlist on, energize yourself, get ready for the day, dance a little bit. Like I am literally shaking my booty around this bedroom while I'm making my bed. The puppies and we're dancing. They're sleeping right now, but we're dancing. Any successful day needs to start with the feeling of being happy. And that is step 1 to getting rid of your procrastination. Then as soon as I get out of bed, I get dressed, I get ready, I have my cup of water, and I take my puppies for a walk. And I know what you're thinking. That's work. It doesn't need to be. I love being outside. I love taking my dogs for a walk. I enjoy being out in nature. Being in nature fills me with energy. It motivates me for the day ahead. I could not stand going for a walk first thing in the morning, but now I literally cannot wait to get out there. Getting my puppies completely changed my life and my way of looking at exercise. I am not a gym girly. I never have been. I probably never will be. But going for walks and hikes is my cup of tea. I am not going for a walk and exercising to look good, to lose weight, for all the wrong reasons. I am going for the right reasons, for a healthy mind, for a healthy soul, for a positive mindset. Change why you're doing the exercise, and it's gonna change how you feel about doing the exercise. Then the next step in my morning routine, which is all about prioritizing myself and putting myself first, is breakfast. There is no meal that's more important than breaking the fast. And breakfast does not have to be at 6 a.m. people. I am not really a morning eater. I like to give my body a bit of time to wake up before I put something inside it. But when I do eat, I have to make my breakfast something beautiful, something delicious, something that I'm excited to eat. Food is one of the most important part of our lives, and without fueling your body with the right nutrients, with the right nutrition, you are not going to be able to focus. If you are consuming some kind of sugary, dugary frappuccino, you're going to be twitchy and all over the place the whole day. The last thing that you want to put into your body is something sugary. Opt for something that's super nutritious, high in protein, high in veggies, like some scrambled eggs or an omelet, and you're going to feel so fueled, so full for the whole day. Having a nutritious meal is directly linked to being productive. This is science, people, and I would listen to the scientists if I were you. The next part of your morning routine is probably the most important. Putting on a cute outfit, getting your makeup done, doing your hair, looking your best is going to lead you to feeling your best. You should try and look your best every single day, even if you're working from home. Getting ready as if you're gonna leave the house increases your productivity by so much. Some days I'm working from home, so I like to make an effort to get ready as if I'm going out, so that I force myself to be as productive as if I were going out, even though I'm just going to the room right next door. Also, that boost in confidence when you're looking your best is going to lead to you being more productive and getting shiz done. And this is so true, because whenever I've got PJs on, I've got a hoodie on, I'm feeling all snuggly wuggly inside my blanket, the last thing I want to do is work. My mind has not caught on to the fact that I should not be in chill mode. In my head, it's time to relax on the couch and watch Netflix, even though my anxiety levels are telling me I need to get to work. Putting on an outfit, getting dressed, doing your hair signals to your brain, now it's time to work, now it's time to get stuff done, let's get going. After you've had a successful morning routine, you are ready to start working. Working longer hours does not mean you're being productive. It's actually the opposite. In 5 hours, you can get the same amount of work done as you can in 8, as long as you are productive. Picture this scenario. You put aside 3 hours from 10 to 1 every single day, where you're gonna be doing uninterrupted studies for the full 3 hours. No phone, no texting, no breaks, 3 hours of hardcore work. You are already gonna be getting so much more done than if you plan on having unrealistic studying from 9 to 5 p.m. No one's brain can focus for that long. You are 100% going to get distracted, chatting with your friends, going on social media, and struggle to be productive throughout the day. Plus, your brain can only retain so much information per day, so doing something every single day is so much better than cramming all the information into one big study session. Stop setting unrealistic achievements for the day and start planning out a productive routine for your workday. Then you have the most important task, which is staying organized. My favorite way to do this is by creating productivity systems and routines. It's actually so simple. I like to use a physical calendar, but some people like to use Google Calendars app or notes, and I color code each task that I need to do. Everything that's related to around the house is in one color. Everything to do with work is in one color. Everything to do with family is in another color. You get the point. By planning out this calendar, I can visualize everything that I need to do. Plus, there is something so satisfying about ticking off the boxes as you get things done. This might take some trial and error, but once you work it out and you crack the code on what works for you, you're just gonna be getting so much stuff done. You're going to be so productive, you're not going to want to stop. While creating my plan for the day, I always keep the schedule kind of flexible. I like to keep that feminine energy in there. I don't want to be all rigid and structured. I'm not hard on myself if I decide I actually need 30 minutes extra break, or I want to finish that task a few minutes earlier. The whole idea about having a plan is that you can tick off things and get stuff done. Getting burnt out and overworking yourself are very real things. The last thing you want to do is overwork yourself, burn yourself out, that you actually need to go and take a vacation so that you can get back to work again. In the same way that waking up early should be enjoyable, working should be enjoyable. Moving on to my next productivity tip, it is meal planning or meal prepping. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not one of those girls that are preparing like a bunch of the same veggies and chicken for every day of the week. No thank you. If that is you, amazing, good for you, but that is most definitely not what I'm gonna be eating throughout the week. One of the biggest things that have helped me to be productive is having food cooked and ready in the fridge. Whether that's with Factor, HelloFresh, or just food that I cooked for dinner the night before, having some kind of leftovers available or lunch packed for my day at work is gonna make the biggest difference to your productivity. Not only with regards to how much time you're spending preparing your meal, but also with regards to how much energy you have from a healthy meal that you've just eaten. We've all had it before where we haven't prepped our meal in advance and we land up eating a bunch of junk food, a bunch of snacks, a bunch of sweets, and guess what? It ruins the rest of our day. We're not able to focus. We're not able to get our tasks done because why? Our body and our brains are filled with sugar and suddenly we're all distracted and all over the place. The best thing that you can do for yourself is eat a nutritious meal for lunch. Your body and your mind will thank you for it. Next, I'm going to be sharing you guys all of my productivity secrets and hacks that seriously changed my life and made me so much more productive and so much better at getting everything done. Tip number 1 is going to be planning out your life and having some kind of life system or routine. Every week, I plan my week ahead. Every week I order or prep food. Every week I plan out my social activities and what I want to get done for the week. What are my goals for the week? Without that life plan, you're not going to be able to be successful and achieve everything that you want to. When you wake up in the morning, you've forgotten everything that you wanted to do in the night before. So I make sure to always keep a diary next to my bed, write down any thought that's come to my mind. That way I'm going to sleep more easily because I'm not going to be worried that I'm going to forget what I want to get done. But also, I'm going to be much more productive because it's written there, which means it's gonna get done. Every evening of the night and every weekend, I like to do something that sparks joy, something that makes me grateful, something that makes me happy, something that makes me feel inspired to get shiz done. When you're doing a task that you're not really in the mood to do, that you're kind of over it, but you know that you've got something exciting planned for the evening or for tomorrow, you're gonna get it done because you don't want to be stressing about it when you're out enjoying your joyful moments. There is nothing worse than going out with your friends or going to go see a movie or going on a date and all you're thinking about is all the things that you didn't achieve. Somehow having plans and social outings, it helps me to actually be more productive because I'm getting stuff done so that I can really enjoy those moments. My next tip is to increase your motivation. What I mean by that is go on TikTok and look at inspiring videos. Make yourself a Pinterest mood board, stuff that's going to inspire you to live a more beautiful, more feminine, more romanticized life. The only way that you're going to feel fulfilled is by achieving everything that you want to achieve. Humans are goal orientated and success orientated, and unfortunately, without getting stuff done, we are never going to feel happy and fulfilled. So going on YouTube or going on TikTok and Instagram, looking at inspiring photos and videos, it makes me want to get up and get going. Many times I'll find myself procrastinating on the couch. I'll watch something inspiring on TikTok and guess what? That second my phone is down and I'm back to work. So if you find yourself procrastinating, the best thing that you can do is go and watch a couple of inspiring or motivating videos, and trust me, you're going to be getting back to work like that. Let's say you have a mountain of work to get through and only a limited amount of time to get it done. Trust me, we have all been there. That was me every week at university, panicking about getting my essay done. The best thing you can do is separate yourself from relaxation. You see this bed behind me? She's my best friend. And next door, we got a couch, we got a TV. You need to get yourself away from all of those distractions, away from all of those things that make you feel cozy and comfortable. Get yourself to a working environment, whether that's a coffee shop, a study space, a library. Go there and focus and get everything you need to get done. There is nothing worse than handing something in late or not completing a task on time. The only way you're not going to be staying up all night is if you get over your procrastination and get to a place where you do not have a choice but to work. What are you going to do? Go sit in the coffee shop on your phone? No, you're going to feel guilty that you're sitting at the coffee shop wasting your life on your phone. You need to get your work done. My next tip is time blocking. Plan out your day time by time. Now, of course, you still want to have your feminine energy, so you can have a little bit of flexibility in there, but having a rough guide on when you should be doing what is going to make you so much more productive. Planning when you're going to wake up, when you're going to eat breakfast, when you're going to eat lunch, when you're going to work, when you're going to exercise is going to make sure that you get all of those things done. Also, knowing when to stop working and leaving it to the next day is such an important skill to have. You don't have to achieve everything today, but you do need to achieve something small every day. You need to focus on the bigger picture and how all of these small little things are going to get you there. The final part of this video is all about having a work-life balance. You cannot just work your life away and not enjoy the moment. As I was explaining earlier, when you have plans for after work throughout the week or plans for the weekend, you're going to be so much more productive in the hours that you are working. Now, let's say you wake up one day and you are in a terrible mood, you are feeling feeling sick, you're groggy, you're not in the mood for working, don't be afraid to take that day as a day for yourself. If you're not feeling good and you don't feel like you can actually get the work done because you're not in a good space, there is nothing wrong with having a you day, lying in the bed, reading a book, eating a bag of Doritos. But that does mean that you need to be super productive in the following days without making yourself feeling guilty for taking that time for yourself. Having a work-life balance is something that everyone struggles with. Some people work too much, some people don't work at all, and I think that the trick to this is enjoying your work. The word work is associated with so many bad connotations that if you change it for yourself and rather make it a positive word, you're gonna want to do it so much more. When I think of work, I think of achieving my goals. I think of where I want to be in 5 years time, in 10 years time, how I want to spoil everyone around me with all of the things that I can afford when I'm successful. I think about how happy I'm gonna be once I'm achieving my dreams and what dreams are gonna come after I achieve these dreams. Dreams on dreams on dreams. So there you have it, my productivity tips and tricks. Go out into the world, be productive, be successful, but most importantly, be happy. I love you all so much. Don't forget to subscribe and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye!